Hi, this is Peter Darts Clairvoyant here, and I'm doing your astrology reading now for Capricorn for November 2019. So, Capricorn, November 2019. Right, so for you Capricorns now, I can see you doing a little bit of reflecting. It's like you're looking back about what you've done, where you've been, how you've kind of excelled or not excelled. And I feel like in a sense that's a good thing to do because then you will implement those thoughts and changes what you've looked at and decided into where you're kind of going and heading. So I feel it's a win-win situation. And then I just feel so, and then you just got to push yourself forward to make everything flow. But I feel like even when you put things in order, you may have to go back again to readjust and put it on back on track again, because sometimes things go astray a little bit. But I just feel so don't worry about it, because like I say, it's going to be to your advantage. But not everybody around you is going to be agreeing with what you're doing, because they will notice certain paths that you're doing or going down and they just feel like it's not you, but that's just their thoughts and their opinions. So I'm not saying don't listen to them, but don't be put off by their negative thinking. It's like, you know where you're at, you know what's gone on, you know what you're doing and where you're going, and you've got to stick to your guns a little bit. And then as you do that, you'll be absolutely fine. So really, you've got to really implement now everything that you're doing and everything that you're wanting, and then you'll be onwards and upwards. And then when it comes to relationships, this is where I just feel as though you're going to start to really kind of communicate your thoughts a little bit. Just feels like for too long you've kind of kept very quiet about certain situations that you're not happy about. It's almost like you've been keeping the peace a little bit. And sometimes keeping the peace can be a very good thing to do. But then when nothing changes, it gets frustrating, it drags you down, and then it puts you in a place where you're not happy with where you're at. So now you come to that crossroads, you've either got to look at this and resolve it, or it's time to move on. And I feel as though some of you that are born at the beginning of your astrology sign, you will get the resolvement. And some of you that are born towards the end possibly may not, but you may sort of go back again and reflect and change again. It all depends on how you want to look at it. But definitely you're going to be talking, communicating and making changes. And it's going to be down to you to decide where you're going and what you're looking for and what's worth saving and what isn't. And I just feel so don't worry too much what everybody's thinking. This has got to be about you, what you're truly wanting and seeking. Because if you don't get these changes and you just put up with things, then I feel so you're not in a good place, and it will affect other aspects of your life. So I feel like a real deep change, and it's coming to me as a deep cleansing as well. It's almost like I feel so it's refreshing your body, mind and spirit, and I feel so it's very important. So you've got to stick to your guns about what you're wanting, what you're seeking, because if you don't get it, you're not going to be the person that people are going to want to connect with, because it's like you're not yourself. It's like you're a bear with a sore head, and it just doesn't feel good. So make sure you get these changes, because really it isn't about everybody else. This is about you. It's about your mental well-being, because if you don't get these changes, you can feel very, very depressive, because you feel like you're going into another year with no change, no clue where you're going and heading, and it's not going to be a good feel to be stepping into a new decade feeling like that. So stick to the changes that you're wanting and seeking. And if you're single, then I just feel as though you're going to try and connect with more people. But I've also got you perhaps not being so fussy to suppose, but you've also got to really kind of look for what you are looking for. So it's about finding what you're looking for, what you're seeking, but maybe not too particular. In other words, loosen the strings a little bit so you can broaden your search a little bit more for the type of person I feel so you should be getting with, because sometimes opposites do attract a little bit. And it's funny how I've said that, opposites attract. So you might not feel like you've got the same things in common, but sometimes that can be a good thing, because you're both different. You've got different things to talk about. So see where that leads. And then I feel so when it comes to family, I feel like family needs your help and attention a little bit, trying to sort a few things out, because they know that you're a good listener and you're very good at resolving things. So it just feels like they can want like a third opinion coming into the mix, as if to say, well, what do you think? Am I looking at this right or wrong? They'll want your views. And I think you should give them, because you will really help them put them on the right track a little bit. And I've got you being very, very neutral about the situation. And then when it comes to children, I just get the feeling I've got you sort of stepping back a little bit, giving certain children a bit of a breathing space to find their own way a little bit. And I think that's good. It's like you're giving them a bit of growth, a bit of maturity to sort of find their own path a little bit, loosening the ties a little bit for them, venture out more. And I think that'd be a good thing, but still keep an eye on them, still make sure they're all right, but give them that room to grow. And I think that will be a win-win situation. And when it comes to work, I just get the feeling I don't feel happy and settled where I'm at. I feel like I'm putting up with it, and it feels like a chore. And I can feel like you can get really fed up with this. And I feel like you might just sort of let it sort of spread out for the rest of the year like this, as if to say, well, I'm not going to rock the boat yet. But what you will start doing is looking what's out there. And if you do find your opportunities, I would say go for it. But if you don't, you just keep looking until that right opportunity comes in, whether it's going to be November, December or January. I just get the feeling you will find it. But I just feel as though you've just got to keep looking. But don't just accept anything. It's got to be what you truly want. It's got to connect with your personality, what you draw to, what you're seeking. And also make sure you're getting that right financial reward, because I feel as though money will really frustrate you over the next 12 months if you're not getting your just deserve, so to speak. And then I feel as though with health, I just feel as though just keep an eye on your eyes a little bit. Again, I feel as though it's tiredness, feeling stressed, you're doing a lot of thinking, a lot of contemplating. It's like I feel as though there's a lot going on around you. But other than that, I just feel as though things are okay. So don't worry about all these thoughts and changes and contemplating everything that you've been doing, because I feel as though it's good. You've got to embrace it. It helps you to get where you need to be. And then I feel like you won't be able... You'll be able to look back and say, right, I've done these things, I've implemented it, and now I also got to do is just keep adjusting it as I go along into the rest of this year. So I feel as though it's a win-win situation. So yeah, onwards and upwards I feel, but try not to worry about this reflecting. I feel as though it's a good thing. It may make you a little bit within yourself and a bit moody at times, but I feel like it's going to get you where you need to be. So it's something you've got to do, and everybody's got to have an understanding of what you're trying to do and where you're going. So don't be frightened to tell them. But as you do all that, you'll sort everything out, I feel. So great. So stay focused, stay switched on, look at everything that's going on around you, and then you'll be able to implement all these wonderful changes coming your way. So I hope all that's made sense to you. Please do like and share this video with your friends and your friendships and your Facebook friends and whatever. That'll be really great. Please do like and comment. And if you do want a private reading, I am here to sort of do this for you. And I've got an offer on at £16, which is great. So please do come to me if you want that, and just mention YouTube and you'll get the offer, but it's for this month only. Okay, so yeah, so great. So have a great day, have a great month, and stay in touch. Thank you.